You were holding a drink.
I think so.
Now, is that
I'm trying
what
to fix this.
I'm
Okay,
trying?
there
Is
we
that
go.
a stuffed animal back there?
Yeah, this is
A beanie baby?
I went through a phase. No, it's just a regular stuffy. I
Oh,
went through this phase where I was trying to resell shit on eBay because of Gary V.
Who's
I was
Gary
going to
V?
be a millionaire.
Who's
Oh,
Gary V?
Gary Vaynerchuk. He's like a social media guru.
I've been selling on eBay since it was in came into existence.
You sell on eBay?
I mean, not
No way.
regularly, but I did. So, Amanda Costner, how are you? How are you doing? Now, your Twitter bio. Now, this show is called the Women Are People Show because I feel like society over, I don't know, since 2003 sort of forgot that women are people.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of like theories as to why. Free pornography, right? Warped a lot of people's brains. And then we had a bunch of people being raised on video game culture where they only saw like these plastic type women. Yep. And then you've got like the internet with the comment sections where you get little like like dickheads that trolls. Like type trolls. I used to be a nice troll, but the pandemic it broke me. So now I have no will to live. I've completely given up. I used to always look at the bright side of things, and now I'm bitter and jealous for the first time in my life. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so your Twitter bio says that you're a comedian, a lesbian, and a human.
Yep.
Or is it true. Lesbian first, comedian second, and human? How does that work?
Any order you prefer.
Okay.
You know, to the lesbians, I'm a lesbian first. Yes. I don't know.
I'm very heterosexual, but I don't care what anyone else does. Do you see what I'm like? I never care. But I'd never be the girl. Like I made out with a girl in a bar in like 1997, but it was to make a guy jealous. That's like the gayest I've ever been. Do you know what I mean? but I don't care what other people
Once
do.
Once upon a time, I would love to be that girl that the straight girl who wanted to make a guy jealous was making out with. Like we all have that phase where we're like, I'll be that thing for you.
Will I be will I have a lesbian phase or or am I just
No, you're straight as fuck.
That's what I thought, but like I don't know. Because I'm done. I'm done with men.
I'm so thankful I don't have to.
Yes, I love
be in
your
hair. Position.
Tell me about your hair.
Thank you.
Tell me about this hair.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
It's half blonde, half brunette. I've always wanted to do this, and this is so extra, but I kind of feel like, because years ago I used to be blonde like you.
Okay.
And then I went natural, and I feel like this is an evolution of early me and now me, but it's really future me, but it's also present me.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Yesterday was International Women's Day. I celebrated it by just existing. And I already told you men make me miserable. So because
you really could be a lesbian if you wanted.
You know, at this point, I don't know. Yeah, I know it's like almost evening, but I'm delivering food. And so that's one of the reasons I started drinking coffee. So we don't have to talk about but it's one of the apps that you do also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Uber Eats.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. That's not the one I'm doing. Okay. Out here.
I hate caviar.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
They're a new one in Chicago, and they were telling me I would make one number, and like I wouldn't make that because I realized later on they were like predicting the tip, and they were predicting way too much.
And like, right, most people aren't. You're right, they don't tip that well. But one of the first things I did when I came here is I started going to all the LA comedy clubs. But I would go on like Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and it was fantastic because these are all the big name comedians, right? They're there standing in front of you.
Who? Like who?
Well, like I like the Sklar brothers. Who's the guy who was on The Office? What's his name? I can't remember.
Dwight?
Not Dwight. He wrote a book about Jack Ain't no. He came to my daughter's school. Let
Oh,
me
I
look
don't
it up.
know.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me look it up. Hold on. Do-do-do-do-do. I want to say Brian. Ugh,
Brian.
no. Craig Robinson. I could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he like wrote a book and came to my daughter's school.
Wow, cool.
And he signed her shirt and the book and everything. But so I would come. So, but you go on and Pfister, what's her name? The really funny lady, uh, Femster.
Oh, Fortune
Thank you.
Feemster, Fortune
I'm
Feemster,
so
yeah.
bad with names. And
No,
so I
yeah,
would go
it's
like
all
on
good.
Tuesday and Wednesday nights because you could get in there for free. They'd comp it. And they just want anybody in there and they would like you to buy 2 drinks. And so that's what I started doing like right away. Cause I was like, yeah, this is great. And I'd be the last person to leave and and I'd stay sober. So it's a Tuesday or Wednesday night. You get a few people in there and then most of the big groups like leave by 10, but they got to go till 2. So I would move right up in front. Like I'm one of these. I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
make me laugh.
You're so brave.
I
Most
am.
people want to sit in the very back,
Not me.
which is terrible for the vibe of the room.
Exactly.
By the way.
And
people watching.
Right. And because
Please
I
get up
know
front.
that,
You're awesome.
I'm like right up in front with the big smiles. And they're like, one comedian lady, I think this is Laugh Factory or something. She goes, this lady gets me. This lady's inside of me, is what she said.
That's hilarious.
So, I went to all of these clubs. And when you go on like Tuesday or Wednesday night, these are jokes that they're working on. These aren't jokes that like they know land. These are all like, let's try it out. And so you've got me and I'm rooting for him the whole time too. I'm like, come on, hit me with it. Come on, hit me with it. So that was really, really fun. But then of course that all ended when the pandemic started. So that sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you are okay. So you're doing food. So tell me about that. What's your least favorite part of it? Are you making money?
No, because the way you make money delivering food, well, you know too, but in my opinion, the way you make money is you have to work peak hours.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm doing that is for flexibility to do what I
Yes.
want to do, which is comedy.
Yeah.
So I don't really prioritize it. And I end up working hours I probably shouldn't work, lunches, even in Chicago, it's so competitive
Is
that,
it? Oh, okay.
yeah.
So tell me some of your comedy. Yeah. Be funny. Yeah, that's what you want to.
You didn't tell me I was gonna have to do bits.
You don't. You don't have to do bits. You don't have to do bits. You don't have to. I'm not making you do that, hon.
I used to. Okay, I'll do one. I used to always, because I'm a comedic musician. Even though when I moved to Chicago again, I had been living in Minneapolis, and I started just focusing on stand up, just straight stand up. But when I was primarily a comedic musician, I would always open my set by going, because like I would do shows sometimes where people literally didn't know that there was going to be a show going on. Like, and I called this bit.
What a crowd! You have to win them over.
It's
my gosh,
even worse than people who don't want to sit up front, like people who don't want to be a part of a show, and you're forcing them to. Yes. Which happens more than you'd think.
That's fantastic. That's a character builder, though. That's a character builder.
And you have to. We're all. I don't know if it's like the competitiveness in us or the desire to just like want to connect, but always try to win freakness.
Them. Yes. No,
you want
all comedians are control freaks. Yes.
I'm not going to be ignored, audience member. So I would always be like, make this joke about how, surprise, you may have come for a scone, but you gonna get a Bob Dylan cover song. Yeah, that was one of my go-to openers back in the day.
I like that. Okay, so you have a YouTube channel now. That is your name, Amanda Costner.
Yes.
And I watched a video yesterday that was all about butts. You were rating lesbian butts.
Yeah.
Because it goes right over my head. So Wanda Sykes? I didn't know. She's like one
You
of
did not know Wanda Sykes was a lesbian?
it doesn't matter to me, so no, I didn't know.
She
But
seems
out of
so
all
gay to
the
me, but she was
butts,
married to a man
oh, okay.
originally. So
Out of all the butts though that you listed, I did like hers the best.
you got a thing for Wanda. You
I
might
do.
be a
I
little
do.
gay.
I love Wanda Sykes. I'm kind of
I think she's hilarious.
anti-celebrity now. I kind of hate all celebrities right now during the pandemic because I don't know, because I'm
Yeah.
jealous of them. I mean, that's honestly, I'm jealous. Hold on, my cat's at the door and she's trying to get out. I'm
I
jealous of
love
all the
cats.
celebrities. And when I deliver food to their homes, it makes me even more jealous. Hold on, I'll tell you that story. Thank you. All the money, like I went to Beverly Hills thinking that that's where I could get some, big money. No, they all have assistants that get them food. So they
Yeah.
don't order. So you sit in your car. And I'm like, no, this is stupid. So then somebody told me to go out to Santa Barbara, but it's like an hour and a half away. So on 2 weekends, I like got Airbnbs, like real cheap, like $40 a night. You go out there, you can make like 250 to 300 a night because there's a bunch of colleges up there with kids who don't have cars and their parents have money. So they just order like I got paid $40 to go get
Nice.
some kid a pair of batteries. And then
Wow.
yes, and
That's
then
nice.
there's this whole area, it's called Montecito, and they have like Padaro Lane, Beach Club Road. This is where George Lucas, Oprah, they all have their homes there, like these second and third homes, these beach homes. And I got like some director guy. I didn't know who he was, but he's like, oh, I have a shoot and this and that. And I was delivering some sort of juice or something to him. And then I got paid like $35. I mean, this is one trip. So you're making like 100, like almost $70 an
Wow.
hour, right? And you're just taking I got paid.
I've
I think,
never made that much.
right. And so, but only on the weekends in Santa Barbara. And so
Yeah, that's what I was
then
saying. You got to work like Friday nights and
you do.
Saturday nights. Yep.
You do. And I can sit and drink wine in a hotel or an Airbnb, or I can get off on my ass and go make some money. I was like,
Make
this
money.
is great.
Yeah.
So like, where did I go? Oh, I got paid like $30 to go to a place called the Cruisery, pick up one margarita in a coffee mug and take it all the way out to Montecito for one margarita. And here's the funny thing. You pull up, it's huge. Hope Ranch, all these huge like mansions. They are so wealthy that they can just throw 30 to $40 to send little me to go get a margarita. And it's not like they don't have a bar in their house to make a margarita. Do you know what I'm saying? And you pull up and like sometimes like some of these estates, you pull up and all the dogs come out. Woof, 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 and you're like, where none of these houses have like doors. They're just all glass because you come in through a gate. So it's like it's an estate. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a big compound.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what do I do with the food? And I can see the guy in the house and he's eating. He's eating and he just delivered food. So I'm like in the window going, hi, where do I put this? Where do I put this? He goes, oh, just put it on the ping pong table in the garage. So the garage is, he's got like 7 cars. He's got like all these food deliveries from a sushi place, a something place.
Wow.
So that's
Who
where,
lives
so
like that?
anybody,
Oh, wow.
and you're right, anybody, you're in Chicago, but anybody in LA, if you're looking for money and you want to do food deliveries, go to Santa Barbara on the weekends because that's where all the money is. And
You sounded like a robot.
I know. It's okay. I am one. I'm part of
It
the
sounds
AI
good
program
now,
up
actually.
there.
It went away.
Oh, good. Now you're a Jane Lynch fan too, aren't you? Like you love Jane Lynch. I've seen you post about her before.
Yeah, I read her biography when I moved to Chicago, and it made me realize I was gay because I was dating. In her book, she specifically talks about how she was in denial about being gay. She was living as an actor, and I think she did some stage stuff too. But oh, you know what? She did a famous show here, like a sketch comedy play on the Brady Bunch. Anyways, I'm diverting.
Yeah.
But in the book, in the biography, which I only read because I thought she was such a genius comedian, she specifically talked about, oh, I was going out with dates with men and then coming back to my apartment and thinking of women when I was touching myself. And that
Sure.
was literally what I was doing. I was dating guys that it never worked out with. I never wanted to like go any further with them, and then thinking about the ladies. And so that made me realize, I was like, oh, that means you're gay? I'm
Okay.
gay. And
Now,
yeah, so ever since then I've had a special thing for her.
yeah. No, I knew that she was a huge inspiration to you and that you liked. I remember you like you posted something about her book, I don't know, 2 years ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, um oh, butts. Okay. So what I'm going to do is
Back to butts.
I'm going to flash a photo of my butt and then
Okay.
well, wait, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I know how to share, but I want to know if my butt's okay. Or I'll just send it to you. Okay, wait. Let me close this. Wait. Oh, this. Hold on. Say something. Talk.
Okay, I can
Do
see
something. Wait.
Davy Jones.
You
Why do you have
can.
like Daniel Radcliffe?
Okay. This is
Oh, so I should not say.
no, you totally can.
I'm sorry, but this is hard to ignore.
I know.
You have
So
all these pictures of random dudes. Are
because my friend
you using these
Kristen,
pictures at night?
no, my friend Kristen and I were going to do a daddies or zazzies. You and I could do it too. Here, wait, do you see this photo? Let's see if this one pops up. Why isn't it opening? I think you have to click on it or something. Is that how that works? Like you have to also click on it?
I think I see your mouse, so you can't click on your photo.
It's not. Let's see how
You
this.
know what it's like letting me draw?
It is. It's a picture of my
No,
butt.
it's not. I can only see the small thumbnail.
There's
But
a
from what I see, it looks good. You got what, a black top and some brown pants.
yeah, it's actually black
And you,
pants, but they're faded. And then there's
how much time in the sun have those babies spent?
oh yeah, tons. There's the octopus pillow.
No, I can't see that. I
Then there's
can
a
tell you have your
platypus.
arm on your hip, like kind of
Yeah.
like Superwoman,
Yes.
superhero. I like that. Like
That
the
is.
confidence.
I wonder how I could make it so that you could see this better. I tried this with my friend Jill and it also didn't work. Yeah, we had guys like we were rating William Henry Harrison, Davy Jones, Zac Efron, um, the Ryans, because I don't know. I can't tell the difference. Doogie Howser, Rene Descartes, like and also different comedians. It was a whole thing we were going to do, daddies and zazzies, but we haven't gotten around to doing it. So you'll have to check a lot of the Thundercats, like which ones were hot and which ones were not. We were going to do a whole thing.
Thundercats.
Thundercats. It was a cartoon. Okay, so you sent me that prom picture and I'm going to share it. Tell me about the prom picture.
So it's me and my old high school boyfriend, who was another victim of me being in the closet, not realizing I was gay.
But you didn't know.
Because,
But you didn't know,
right.
love.
But
So,
looking back, I strung this poor guy along.
aw.
But he was actually fun to hang out with. We would hang out in I mean, I lived in Oklahoma. We would hang out in his trailer and play chess. That was like our thing. We played
Yeah.
chess a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah. And we went to prom together and we were dancing. My only memory of prom is that I was kind of a hot dog. I feel like there's like two types of comedians if you want to oversimplify it. There's the comedians that are like painfully shy, and like when people meet them and want them to be on, it's like horrifying for them. And well, actually no comedian wants to really perform when you meet somebody IRL. But or there's people like me, I feel like a hot dog. Like I've always wanted attention. Anyway, so at my high school prom, my senior year, I got in trouble from the principal for dancing too sexual.
Oh.
And everybody knew I was the preacher's daughter too, so they would be like extra hard on me.
Oh,
But I was joke dancing. I was just like acting a fool. there was no part of me that wanted to have sex with this man and wanted to be sexual. I was just acting
So
a fool. So
it was the perception. It was like
yeah.
it was your pervy principal. It was his
Yeah,
problem, really.
exactly.
I mean,
He was thinking some gross stuff.
yeah.
Watch it. He was obviously eyeballing us.
Yeah, it's your
When we
pervy
watched The
principal.
Preacher's
You weren't
Daughter.
doing I know. I know, but they loved it. But you know how the world loves to put all of its shame and issues onto women. Like you're dancing in a way that makes me uncomfortable because I won't do the inner work that doesn't, right. So, and that's why I'm doing Women Are People, because there's still a whole bunch of guys out there that see us as objects and they don't understand our purpose on the planet isn't to visually please them or be whatever sex kitten it is that they want us to be. So that's why I'm doing this show, to show that women are people. We
I
have
love
like,
it.
because I love when you have some mood swings. No, yesterday I was angry. Today I'm happy. You know why? Because yesterday something made me angry and today something made me happy. That's not mood swings. Those are feelings.
Human.
Right.
Yeah.
That's called being a human. And so that's why I'm trying to do this. I like so you came out later in life and you were a preacher's daughter. And so I had read something on Twitter that I was going to ask you about, and you don't have to answer, obviously, if it makes you uncomfortable, but your parents didn't take it very well.
No, I'm estranged from my dad, and I don't really talk to or see my mom that much. We talk like once or twice a year.
And does it have something to do with the sexuality?
Yeah, they can't take it. They can't handle it.
What? I'm really sorry. That's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I came out to them 7 or 8 years ago now, so I'm in a really good place with myself mentally. I mean,
Yeah.
not that like sometimes it's the weirdest thing. If like a father-daughter sappy commercial comes on, because I'm a
Yeah.
daddy's girl. I was really close to my dad. He's the one who taught me how to play guitar. And if something like that comes on, or oh, here's what drives me nuts all the time, like a lot of gay movies or plot lines and TV shows will be this kind of traditional conservative parents
Yeah.
find out their kid is gay, and by the end of the movie, everything is perfectly resolved, and they've chosen their child. And so I'm always like,
I'm sorry.
what
Yes.
bullshit.
No, I know. Well, okay. So you're a fan of Killing Eve, and that's a
Mhm.
BBC show.
Yes.
Last show I watched on BBC, I want to say is like Orphan Black or something.
No, I didn't watch that one.
She's a clone.
Killing Eve is awesome. It's about this like psycho woman killer who is chasing this what is it called? It's not Scotland Yard, but it's like the FBI of the UK or whatever. And it's just like so women focused. I love it.
Okay.
It's hot.
Who's in it?
It's got Sandra Oh from Grey's Anatomy
Okay.
and stuff. And then
Never
it's
watched that.
got
I
a
know who she
new
is.
yeah, she's a great actor. And it's got a new actor that I can't remember her name, but I think she's like Irish maybe. But she plays a Russian agent. And her accents are amazing on the show. She does like all different kinds of accents.
Okay.
So the premise of the show is Eve becomes kind of obsessed with this psycho killer. They kind of become obsessed with each other, and the lines of work and romance and all that are blurred. And it's really funny. I don't know. It's a great show.
How are you grieving the closing of so many Bed Bath and Beyond stores? These are just random
I'm cool
questions.
with it. I'm cool with it. They're
Yeah.
overpriced.
You don't need a $400 pasta maker.
No. You know what? I'm biased. Like my girlfriend loves stores like that, and she'll
Oh.
like drag me. Before the pandemic, she would like drag me into them, and then we would look for like an hour and buy nothing. I don't know. I'm cool with them closing,
Okay.
but I feel bad for the loss of jobs, of course.
That's the thing too. But if you can go to Aldi and get pasta for 79 cents, what do I need a noodle maker for 400
It's such
bucks?
a random store. It's like an expensive TJ Maxx. Nobody wants that.
How about a tune? You got a tune for me? Or no?
Yeah, I don't know how good I will be lyric wise, but I can now I might need to switch the audio since I have AirPods in so that you can hear. So let me just do that really quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the song Comedic Musician. It's about being a comedic musician.
That's fine. I'm just gonna stay silent so that you can do your thing.
Wave if like you can't hear the guitar because it's like too loud.
I can hear it really well.
Okay.
It's like perfect. Like you. Mwah.
Okay. I'm a comedic musician. You ask me, what does that mean? It just means that I'm an alcoholic and a pothead. I write songs that are inappropriate. I spend lots of time trying to make dirty things clean. Like, have you ever told a group of straight people you were gonna eat out a jelly donut and there's just nothing there, no clue? All right. Oral sex. How do your boobs fit behind the guitar? They don't. After years of being a female guitarist, I have no nipples. Are you any good? Nope. I only dedicated my whole life and my entire Instagram feed to this guitar because there's just not enough lesbians out there rocking an acoustic guitar. Sailing into my 30s, got a drunk pilot in my life cockpit. My grandma just cut off my birthday money, cause my more successful cousin said we were too old and we didn't need it. And I didn't have the balls to call my grandma and tell her that my more successful cousin's a B. And some of us are artists without a definite career path and rely on that money to buy our weed with. I'm a comedic musician with one foot in the comedy pond and the other foot in the music pond. I'm doubling my chances of becoming a drug addict. Playing for you pumps up my ego. For every time that you laugh at something funny that I say, my ego gets off like its 16th birthday. Alright, that's all I got. Put this up here.
I liked that tremendously. I enjoyed that. Now, never come to Los Angeles. It's crazy here, but not the good crazy. They're nuts. They're all nuts. They are. They're nuts. And like, we already know that they're nuts, but they're beyond nuts. They're really fragile. So I went to some sitcom tapings, big name sitcom tapings, and the actors, like in between when they do their, so that's the thing. I don't think it's the actors that are the problem. It's the handlers, the agents, and then like, what do you call them? Sycophants or psychopaths, sociopaths, whoever the in-between people are. Okay, they're the ones that I think are, because they're schmoozers. And this was told to me many, many years ago, that when you come to LA and you shake someone's hand, you're always looking over their shoulder to see who is more important behind that person so that you can go kiss their ass, that kind of shit. And, you know, Chicago and Midwestern people, we don't think that way, right? Because we're not sociopaths.
I don't give a
right. I don't either. Right. And so I would go to some of the sitcom tapings, two in particular, huge shows, not so much anymore, but they were when I came here 2 years ago. and two actresses, and I'm not going to say their names, when they do the cuts, I realized, oh my God, this isn't an act. This is who she is. She's like in nervous wreck. You can try to figure out who, almost chanting.
Dang. Maybe she was doing the Daniel Day-Lewis stay in character the whole time thing.
So, okay. So what nights can people come see you in Chicago and where?
Oh,
or do you just show up all over?
Yeah, I still am not really performing live right now much. But the comedy shows are starting to like start up again.
Okay.
But mostly people can just subscribe to my YouTube channel and try to support me that way.
Okay. I like that. We'll do that. What else? Give me whatever else. I don't care. Your Twitter,
Okay, I have music on Spotify and SoundCloud and iTunes. Yeah, I have an EP and a few singles.
Awesome.
My EP. Let's see. And then
do you do TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. Hit me on TikTok.
Are you on Clubhouse? Are you done Clubhouse yet?
No. Don't you have to be invited? And I honestly feel like I've been really like blessed and privileged this pandemic. I feel, for one thing, I don't have kids, so like when I talk to my sister, I hear that same vibe that you have in her voice when she's talking about her daughter. And you know, I think like a lot of parents are worried, how is this going to affect long term?
Yeah.
So in that respect, you know, I don't have any kids, and I'm lucky enough that I'm able to like still live, and like I have friends who have been evicted and things like that. So just having a roof over my head and being able to feed myself.
Yes.
And I live with my partner. I have friends who have been living alone in studios for the last year, and they were depressed before. And now their depression is just like you. It's like you were describing, almost like I've been through that depression tunnel. I'm in some other space. I'm in some other.
It's so beyond that.
I'm beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I hear that and I compare myself, I feel like I've been
pretty lucky.
Able to. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Feel
okay. Good. Lucky. Good.
So
I think
I'm
really
focusing on social media right now. Like I'm going hard on that.
And that's what I want. And I want you to be a huge success. And I want everyone all the time. I want them to wake up and first thing in the morning, they say, Amanda Costner. Amanda.
I love you. Thank
and then
you.
At night before they go to bed, good night, Luna. Good night, Amanda Costner. That's what I want them to say. Okay?
Yes. And I will whisper back, good night.
Here, okay, I'm going to put this idea in people's heads because you know how the media loves to manipulate. Okay, anybody who has a toaster, the next time you press that button or you know, you put the bread in there and then you do this thing. This looks very gay, doesn't it? Like very see this. Oh, look how I'm tying it all together. And when you push down for the bread, think Amanda Costner. Amanda Costner, just like Kevin Costner, except it isn't Kevin Costner. Is that a good? Is this good marketing?
Yeah,
these are the ideas. I'm brilliant, and I'm stuck in LA where I don't know anybody. So, all right, I love you. I'm glad that you're well.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been so fun, and I love all the questions you asked.
And I will edit this, and some things I'll keep, some things I won't. And but we will. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, let me know.
You're beautiful.
So I can promote it. And thanks for having me on.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
I think it's beautiful. I think you're a beautiful woman. Mwah.
I will. All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.